Take 9. I'm Kevin Longobart. I'm here to talk about the history of turtles. Here's my killer awesome cards. Introduction. Did you know that the first turtle didn't have any body shell? That's right, no outer body shell. So, imagine yourself, 260 million years ago, walking along the shores of the oceans with your best friend, and you say to her, Did you know that right there is a turtle? And I bet you she'll tell you, no, that ain't no turtle, or something like, no, that's not a turtle. And I'm here to tell you, yes, that is a turtle. And I'm here to talk about this, for one, because I love turtles, and two, because not enough people know about the history of turtles. So now I'm moving on. Main topic. We are learning about the history of turtles traveling through oceans and lands. The first turtle was found in South Africa 260 million years ago, and it was called a Unitosaurus. And the little lizard had a little shell underneath its skin. Not an outer body shell, just underneath its skin, like a dome, almost like a dome shell under its skin. And all turtles were part of the testudines, including the Unitosaurus. The testudines are part of the category of reptiles. There are 4 categories of reptiles: Crocodilia, Rhinoseptilia, and Squamata. And testudines are shelled reptiles. So they refer to only reptiles that are shelled, like turtles. And there are 14 families, 335 species of reptiles of testudines. And common characteristics of reptiles are vertebrates and body cover spikes. And they also had scales. They're cold-blooded, and they have shelled eggs and lungs. Turtles in continuing. There are 40 million years later, we had the Odontocelli. The Odontocelli had an underbody shell almost like turtles we have, but only under, no upper body. So, and then later came the Proganocellis. Proganocellis are most likely descendants of Odontocellis. Odontocellis were not exactly like turtles we know of today. Odontocellis had teeth, no beak. They had claws, no flippers, and no upper carapace. And, of course, the fossils were found of the Odontocellis at some point, years later, by scientists. And then, going on, we're now talking about the Proganocellis. They had upper armor, like turtles we know of, like turtles we know of. They had the upper armor, so now we have both the under and the upper. And that was to protect themselves from those dinosaurs. No dinosaur's going to be eating them. So, let me ask you, what is the difference between a tortoise, a terrapin, and a turtle? Because we're going to be learning about that right now. So, tortoises, they like land. They're terrestrial. No water for those dudes. Don't bring it near them. Turtles, they like water. Some like both land and water, but they gotta have some water. And terrapins, well, they're like turtles. They like water, but they're not big. They're tiny. So take that big, giant turtle of yours and make it really small. Moving on. Turtles, they shed their shell. They sit in the sun. They wait for the shell to get hot and come right off. If it doesn't come off that way, they rub against hard things like rocks. Tortoises, they grow their shell. They keep getting it thicker and thicker to protect themselves. And now we are done talking about this. Let me just tell you one thing. You need to tell your friends, ask them this question. Do you know the difference between a tortoise, terrapin, or a turtle? Ask them that. And I bet you they'll tell you, no, I don't know what the difference is. And if they tell you no, they don't, tell them to sit down right now and watch this speech. And now I'm on to my conclusion. Today we learned about 3 species. We learned about the Unitosaurus, Proganocheles, and Odontocheles. And we also learned the difference between a tortoise, a terrapin, and a turtle. And now it is time for my concluding quote, which is by Bill Copeland. And he says, try to be like the turtle, at ease in your own shell. Shalom.